What is up, fellas? Hey, I apologize, with the inconsistency, man. I have been sick as a dog the past week and a half or so, but hey, we always conquer through the end, man. We're doing our thing, but hey, today, man, I want to get into Travis Hunter, man. Why I believe he can be like a solid wide receiver and cornerback in the NFL. I really do believe he is going to be a top 5 pick in this upcoming draft. He is that kind of player. He's going to make a difference on the offense and defensive end. And I just got to say, his stamina has to be absolute top tier. Like the way he just running on offense and defense to have the energy to do that like all game at Colorado. So that's very interesting, man. So, the thing is, Travis Hunter, in my personal opinion, is the most intriguing football player to come out of college in recent years, because of his rare ability to really excel at both cornerback and wide receiver. We haven't seen a two-way player like him in quite some time, to succeed in the NFL as a dual threat player. At these positions, man, it's very rare that you get this kind of situation because you have to be in like physical and mental in situational factors. Let's just take a dive into how he can be effectively balanced. The start off first, I really think number one is his athletic traits and skill sets that he has. To really be a standout player at both cornerback and wide receiver in the NFL, a player really needs a combination of elite athletic ability, technical skills, and football IQ, really. Good, but Travis Hunter possesses these characteristics very well. So the really thing I notice when I see him that makes him special is his speed and agility. Hunter has the quick switch athletic ability required to succeed at both positions. As a cornerback, speed is essential to keep up with the fastest receivers, and as a wide receiver, it's crucial to break away from defenders. His lateral ability allows him to mirror wide receivers' routes in coverage and make sharp cuts as a receiver, And the thing about his ball skills, his elite ball tracking ability is a huge asset on both sides of the ball. As a cornerback, Hunter has shown the ability to read the quarterback's eyes, anticipate throws, and make plays on the ball, whether through interceptions or pass breakups. These same instincts translate his ability as a receiver to adjust in throws midair and, really outmaneuver defenders as well, So I really want to get into the aspect that I really see, his leaping ability. He's standing at around, I'd say, 6'1". Hunter has a length and leaping ability, boosted by his explosive vertical jump to contest passes as both a cornerback and wide receiver. This allows him to match up with taller receivers on defense and win jump balls as a receiver as well. And the thing that I really want to say is his endurance has to be absolutely insane. Like, his endurance is insane to play a full quarter game. You see him grabbing his hamstring sometimes. It's because he's playing every minute of the freaking game, man. And, a dual threat role in the NFL demands supreme conditioning. Hunter has already shown in college that he can handle heavy snaps on both sides of the ball, and with the right NFL strength and conditioning program, really, he could maintain that durability. He would need to develop the stamina to stay sharp and effective, really, over the course of a full NFL game, which is more demanding than the college level, because we all know NFL is really a different beast. So let's talk about his football IQ and mental toughness as well. Hunter's ability to understand the game from two different perspectives is another advantage that can help him thrive both as a cornerback and a wide receiver in the NFL. So we need to understand his route understanding. As a wide receiver, Hunter's knowledge of route concept helps him understand how defenses work, makes him more intelligent cornerback. So controversially, really as a cornerback, his experience covering routes gives him a deeper understanding of how to attack defenders when running routes as a receiver. This dual understanding of offensive and defensive schemes can make him more effective in both roles, actually. And so the adaptability, adapting from college to NFL is extremely crucial. Playing both positions at a high level requires adaptability. Hunter must quickly switch his mindset from offense to defense. Flexibility is rare but crucial for a player who wants to excel in both sides, really. As a cornerback, reading opponents is critical. At cornerback, Hunter would need to adapt at reading the quarterback and the wide receiver, diagnosing plays and predicting movements. As a wide receiver, the skills of reading defensive backs' tendencies, especially recognizing zone versus man coverage, helps him find soft spots in the defenses. So his familiarity with both positions provides a competitive edge when it comes to anticipating the actions, to the opponents, So the thing I need to say is he's managing his workload and snaps, because he is playing a lot of snaps. One of the greatest challenges for any player trying to play cornerback and wide receiver in NFL is managing workload. Hunter would need to be he needs to strategize, deploy to avoid burnout, man. And, his team would need to prioritize certain matchups, to be prepared for the matchup ahead. Specialized situational usage. In the NFL, it's likely that Hunter would not play a full game at both positions. Instead, he could be used in high leverage situations. For example, as a cornerback, he could shadow an elite receiver in critical passing downs or in a key matchup. As a wide receiver, he could come in during red zone situations or third down. His athletic ability and ball skills give the offenses a needed boost, if you want to say. This type of specialized usage could maximize his overall effectiveness, without overextending them, because he doesn't want to work himself to death, And snap count management is crucial, I need to say. Hunter's coaching staff would need to manage his snaps count carefully. If he's playing both ways, the risk of fatigue and injury increases, so he'd be likely to rotate in and out of each role to stay fresh for critical moments. His ability to deliver game-changing plays could be heightened by limiting his snap count on either side of the ball, preserving his energy for key situations, because he doesn't want to be so freaking tired in critical moments of the game where he lets a touchdown, or drops a pass because of fatigue. So he needs to manage that crucially in the NFL, because it's a different beast from college, man. So, and I do want to say, team fit and coaching strategy is essential, top tier for this kind of player in Travis Hunter, So, for Hunter to succeed in this dual role in the NFL, it would require a team and coaching staff willing to embrace his versatility and creativity and using him effectively. So, creative, offensive, and defensive schemes. So, Hunter's NFL play would need to be, innovative with how they utilize his skills. So what I mean, a coach who values versatility like Kyle Shanahan for the 49ers or Sean McVay for the Rams could find creative ways to involve him in the offense without overburdening him. Defensively, a coach like, let's just say in the past, like Bill Belichick would have him on a T, man. Known for valuing versatile defenders, could see Hunter as a chess piece capable of shutting down key wide receivers or disrupting passing lanes. So he just needs to be used in a good way. So let's talk about the versatile coaching aspect. So, Hunter's success will allow also hinge on having position coaches who are experienced with developing players across multiple disciplines. Wide receivers and cornerback skill sets overlap in many areas, but having top-tier coaching at both positions will help them redefine the nuances required to excel. NFL teams could utilize joint coaching sessions where he really works with both the defensive backs and wide receiver groups to optimize his full freaking potential, man. So let's go with the hybrid roles in special teams. In addition to cornerback and wide receiver duties, Hunter could also contribute on special teams, particularly as a return specialist. His ability to make plays in space and he can be very dangerous on punt or kick returns based on his speed, further maximizing his impact on the game. But this is the NFL. You got really fast players in the NFL. They are there for a reason, so let's just talk about the historical and NFL comparisons. Although very rare, there has been NFL players who have played on both sides of the ball. The most notable comparison for Hunter would be his father, Deion Sanders. I'm just kidding. That's not him. But he is, he does really do play like Deion Sanders. But I think his son, Shedeur Sanders, will be probably number one pick in the NFL draft. But focusing on Travis Hunter, who played, Deion Sanders, who played, both cornerback and wide receiver during his career. So Deion Sanders knows how to develop Travis Hunter. Sanders was used particularly as a cornerback, but would come in offense during critical moments. Hunter could follow a similar model, playing the majority of snaps at cornerback while coming in as a wide receiver, in high leverage situations, And, another example I would say is Charles Woodson, who primarily a defensive back, contributed as a wide receiver early in his career and was also used in hybrid roles like Sanders and Woodson. Hunter's speed and athletic ability gives him a chance to succeed in both positions, but his usage will need to be carefully managed to avoid burnout, So when we're getting into like his development, so as an NFL level skills to truly thrive in the NFL as both a cornerback and wide receiver, Hunter will need to continue, refining his skills at each position. So on the defensive side, as a cornerback, Hunter will need to refine his press coverage, learn the nuances of playing against NFL caliber route runners, and improve his tackling ability. The NFL's physicality is a step up from college, and he'll need to focus on maintaining leverage, improving footwork, and mastering zone and man coverage schemes. More on the offensive end, like the receiver route running. Really as a wide receiver in the NFL, Hunter will need to develop his route tree, including his ability to really create separation against elite defensive backs, working on his hand technique, to beat press coverage, and his release off the line of scrimmage will critically for his success really on offense. So, the thing with Travis Hunter, man, has the tools, athletic ability, and football IQ to play both cornerback and wide receiver in NFL, but he will require careful management really of his workload. So in creative coaching, his unique blend of really like skills, his dual threat player, his long-term success, And both roles will depend how well, his team could use him in specialized situations. If handled correctly, he could redefine what it means to be a two-way player in the modern NFL. But we will just have to see in time where he goes to a team, how he fits there. But he will be a generational talent. You can see it in college level. But hey, I just want to apologize. I've been sick for a week and a half, sick as a freaking dog. But hey, we're back on the grind, on the daily grind. We're uploading continuously. But hey, man, if you like this content, just like, subscribe to the channel. I highly appreciate it if you take the time to watch the videos, man. And we're out till the next one. I appreciate you guys, and we are out, man.